Dear viewers, welcome to Tell It As It Is TV. Stories and graphic images.
Please note that characters and some environs are fictional.
In 1992, in the heart of the shadowy forest bordering Ikorodu town in Lagos State, Nigeria, a hidden kingdom of witchery and magic thrived. The Dark Council, a group of powerful sorcerers, had long awaited the arrival of a new soul to strengthen their ranks. A 40-year-old man called Olu is a member of this clandestine society, has been summoned to the Dark Assembly. Olu, the chief sorcerer, intoned, his voice echoing through the dimly light chamber. You have been chosen for a crucial task. You must ensure the initiation of your unborn child into our kingdom. This will be done by transferring the baby from your wife's womb to your stomach. Only through this act can the child be imbued with our power from birth. On every midweek of every week at midnight shall you carry out this task until the child is born, and you must transfer the child back into your wife's womb before the wake of the dawn. Spiritually, we will be monitoring the process from this sacred coven. At the completion of 9 months, you shall carry the baby on your stomach to this coven, and the baby will be delivered right here. Olu, a man of ambition and fear, nodded solemnly. I understand, Grandmaster. I will carry out the ritual as commanded. Remember, the chief sorcerer warned. Failure to return the child to your wife will result in dire consequences for both you and the unborn. Back in the quaint town of Ikorodu, Olu hid his dark secret well to his wife Tolu. He was a loving husband, eager to share in the joy of their first child. But as the months passed, Tolu began to feel an unexplainable dread. Each night she would wake up with a strange hollow feeling in her abdomen, as if the baby had momentarily disappeared. One Sunday morning after church hours, Tolu was unable to bear the anxiety any longer. She visited Pastor Shegu, a kind and wise man respected by the community. Pastor, I don't know what to do, Tolu said, her voice trembling with fear. Something is terribly wrong with Olu. I feel it in my bones. Pastor Shegu looked at her with concern. Calm down, my child. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. What has been happening? Tolu took a shaky breath. Every night, Olu performs some strange ritual. He places his hands on my stomach, and I feel this strange pulling sensation. It's as if the baby is being taken from me. The pastor's eyes widened in shock. Do you believe he's using dark magic? Tolu nodded, tears streaming down her face. Yes, I don't understand how, but I know he's doing something unnatural. Pastor Shegu thought for a moment. This is grave indeed. Have you ever confronted him? Tolu shook her head. I don't have the temerity to do so, Pastor. My husband is a sweet man, but he is something else at that hour he carried out that ritual. He always looked possessed and obsessed, like a spell is casted on him. Can you tell me the exact hour he performed this ritual? It's always at midnight, Tolu responded. Let us pray. They held hands and prayed. My daughter, the Lord revealed something to me while we were praying. Your husband is a wizard, and he is on the process of initiating your unborn child into the wizardry kingdom. Tolu is in tears and scared as she asks her pastor what she can do for her and her unborn child to be free from these dark powers. The pastor asks Tolu to find out the exact time Olu performs this ritual and be sure if the baby really leaves her womb or it happens only in dreams. Pastor Shegu urged her to take note of every action as he sounded a warning to Tolu that time and day is very essential. Tolu nodded, but was very scared to return home as her pastor has revealed to her that the husband is a wizard. Pastor Shegu encouraged her and told her she will be assisting her in prayers. She agreed and returned home that Sunday. Her sweet husband has already made lunch for them. They prayed and had lunch in peace. During bedtime, Tolu kept a wristwatch under her pillow as they weren't a wall clock or bedside clock in their bedroom. The couples had a good sleep. Nothing happened. Everything seemed normal for another 2 days. But on Wednesday at exactly 12 midnight, Olu started the rituals by placing his hand on his wife's stomach, making incantations. Tolu is scared to death as she checked the time, but she summoned courage to remain calm. This isn't a dream. Now she is sure that her unborn baby really leaves her womb and gets transferred into her husband's stomach with dark powers. After the process, the husband slept peacefully as he snores. Tolu didn't sleep that night. At exactly 6 a.m., Olu wakes up, places his hand on his wife's stomach and did another incantation. And so the baby was transferred back into Tolu's womb. Tolu is so scared, and fortunately for her, there's always midweek services every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Tolu was in church 2 hours before service. She revealed to Pastor Shegu what she encountered. The pastor asked her to return home after the service and continue pretending that everything is normal in order to be sure if Olu will perform the same ritual that same week or the following week. But how can I return to that house again after the strangest ordeal I have ever encountered in my lifetime, Pastor? Tolu asked in bewilderment. My daughter, Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Tolu went back home and everything was normal till next week Wednesday at midnight. Olu performed the same ritual. So Tolu returned to her pastor again. You must leave the house tonight, just after he transfers the baby from your womb to his stomach. We need to see what happens when he can't transfer the baby back to you. Tolu looked nervous. But what if something goes wrong, Pastor? Trust in God and trust that this is the right course of action. I will pray for your safety, Pastor Shegu reassured her. And make sure he is deep asleep before you leave. Tolu nodded in fear and left. That night, Tolu followed her pastor's advice. As midnight approaches, after Olu transferred the baby from her womb to his stomach, she waited for another 2 hours, making sure that Olu is deep asleep. She slipped out of the house and sought refuge in the church. Meanwhile, Olu, unaware of her absence, began his ritual, places his hand on his stomach. He murmured in ancient incantations, expecting the unusual transfer. Where is she? Where did she go? Olu muttered frantically when he realized Tolu was not in bed. As the ritual progressed, Olu felt the weight of the baby within him. Panic set in. No, this can't be happening. I can't keep it here. He tried to reverse the spell, but nothing worked. Why isn't it working? Why can't I transfer it back? Olu cried out in pain. What have I done? Days turned into weeks, and Olu's condition worsened. His once strong frame grew weak, and the unnatural pregnancy took its toll. The townspeople began to notice his strange behavior, and whispers spread like wildfire. Have you heard? whispered one community member to another. He looks like he's about to give birth himself. Serves him right, another remarked with disgust. He's been dabbling in dark arts. Pastor Shegu gathered the townspeople in the church. Silence, let the man speak. Olu, who is very weak, confessed. I did it. I used magic to transfer our baby. I thought I could bear the burden for a while to make her pregnancy easier, but I couldn't put it back. Tolu, who is heartbroken, confronted him. How could you? How could you risk our child's life like this? Tears streamed down Olu's face as he whispered, I am sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me. I can't take the pain anymore. Pastor Shegu solemnly said, confession is the first step to redemption, but you must face the consequences of your actions. Olu collapsed, his strength spent. I can't. I am sorry. The weight of his deed was too much, and Olu passed away, burdened by the unnatural pregnancy and his guilt. The town was abuzz with the scandal, but Pastor Shegu focused on comforting Olu. He made his choice, my daughter. Now you must find strength in your faith and in the community that supports you. It's over, she sobbed. I feel like a weight has been lifted, but it hurts so much. Healing will take time, Pastor Shegu said gently, but you are not alone. We will be here for you every step of the way. Tolu nodded, finding a glimmer of strength within her. Thank you, Pastor. I will try to be strong. You already are, he smiled. Remember, you have the love and support of all of us. This is a double tragedy, Pastor. It is quite a huge shock. I lost my husband and my unborn child within a twinkling of an eye. The Lord gives and takes. We can't question God. Just be hopeful and steadfast in prayers and see what He will do in your life. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19 says, Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in desert. Joel chapter 2 verse 25 says, And I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillars and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. Tolu was quite encouraged and fulfilled by those two Bible verses. With the community's support, Tolu began to rebuild her life, free from the dark influence of her husband. She found solace in her faith and the kindness of those around her, moving forward with hope and resilience.
Here ends our today's story. This story imparts several moral lessons. 1. The dangers of seeking forbidden knowledge and powers. Olu's use of dark magic to transfer the unborn child to his own body for sinister purposes shows the perilous consequences of meddling with forbidden forces. The pursuit of power through unethical means leads to his downfall, highlighting the morals that some knowledge and powers are best left unexplored. 2. Honesty and transparency in relationships. Olu's secrecy and deceit cause immense harm to his wife Tolu, and ultimately lead to his own suffering and death. The story underscores the importance of honesty and transparency in relationships. Betraying a loved one's trust for selfish reasons can have devastating consequences. 3. The power of faith and moral guidance. Pastor Shigun's role in guiding Tolu through her crisis demonstrates the importance of faith and moral guidance in overcoming adversity. Turning to a trusted advisor or spiritual guide in times of trouble can provide strength and clarity. 4. The necessity of confession and redemption. Olu's eventual confession, though too late to save him, is a crucial step towards redemption. The story teaches that acknowledging one's mistakes and seeking forgiveness is essential, even if it cannot undo the harm caused. 5. Community and support systems. The Tolu receives from Pastor Shigun and the community illustrates the importance of having a strong support system. In times of crisis, leaning on others for help and guidance can provide the necessary strength to overcome challenges. 6. Resilience and moving forward. Despite the immense betrayal and pain, Tolu's ability to find strength and rebuild her life emphasizes the moral of resilience. No matter how difficult the situation, it is possible to heal and move forward with hope and determination. These lessons collectively highlight the importance of ethical behavior, honesty, the value of support systems, and the power of faith and resilience in overcoming life's challenges. See you in our next video. Please subscribe, like, comment and share.